Hello everyone, and welcome to the ultimate presentation for Tornado Alley Ultimate. A lot of content is going to be shown off today. We've been working very hard over these past few months to prepare the biggest update ever for Tornado Alley Ultimate. Now, before we begin, what was the purpose of the Ultimate Update? The Ultimate Update was focused specifically on enhancing gameplay of Tornado Alley Ultimate, such as improving existing features and fixing many existing flaws within the game. We'll be going through some of the new content and changes in this presentation. However, there were so many small fine-tunings that it would be impossible to cover everything in a reasonable amount of time, so be sure to explore and experiment upon release. Now let's jump in and see what's new. Beginning with the most obvious change, we've completely overhauled the main intermission system, both visually and performance-wise. The old intermission system was constantly in your face, and we wanted to change that. The new system is smaller, more sleek, and much prettier. We hope you enjoy this change. One of the more noticeable changes is to the map voting system. We first believed that a system that allowed all maps to be voted on would be the best solution. However, we've noticed a popularity factor that really affected the game. Popular maps, such as Isle Vista and Town, completely overshadowed less popular maps like Rome and Junkyard. We've noticed that the same maps are being voted for majority of the rounds, and the only solution is to completely revamp the system. The new map voting system is akin to the map voting system in the old Tornado Alley games. 3 maps will be chosen out of the grand total to be voted on. This will give less popular maps more of a chance to be picked, which in result gives every player a more varied experience. And of course, for every player who has the double vote game pass, it will continue to work with this new update. Speaking of maps, let's discuss the 2 new maps recently revealed in the recent map trailer: Ancient Ruins and Metropolis. Ancient Ruins is one of the more unique maps from Tornado Alley Ultimate. It was once home to an ancient civilization. However, all that stands intact is the pyramid in the middle of the map. The trees have a magical bluish glow to them, and they are very, very tall. Some of these trees have a hollow inside, allowing you to travel up inside the tree. On the inside, the trees are even more of a light show. Be careful though, these trees are quite the fire hazard. The most interesting aspect of this map is the pyramid. There is actually no way to enter the interior of the pyramid. The only way to see the inside of the pyramid is for the tornado to rip open an entrance. Ancient Ruins was intended to be an unexpected addition to Tornado Alley, but I really do hope you enjoy it. Moving on to probably the most requested map in Tornado Alley history. At last, the fan-favorite Tornado Alley 3 map, Metropolis, makes its return. Metropolis is the biggest map in Tornado Alley Ultimate. Its design is heavily inspired by its Tornado Alley 3 variation, but we also touched it up for a more modern look. We actually added a skyscraper that was built back in 2014 for Tornado Alley 2. See if you can find it. With a city map finally added to Tornado Alley Ultimate, we can safely say that Tornado Alley Ultimate has the most diverse lineup of maps in series history. Metropolis is the final map that will be added to the game, so I really hope you look forward to it. However, there is one more thing I want to share with you regarding maps. Please take a look. What you just saw was the new and improved Boardwalk map. This map was originally from Tornado Alley Roblox. However, we decided it needed a major overhaul. The new Boardwalk is much more detailed, and it looks fantastic. And that's right, terrain water is also arriving in this update, meaning yes, you can finally swim. The new Boardwalk also has a few additions, one being Club Ultimate, a highly prestigious and luxurious hangout. Be sure to check it out. Also, if you haven't noticed, there are 2 boats in Boardwalk, a larger vessel and a small speedboat. These are actually drivable. The larger boat can carry up to 6 passengers and 1 driver. Although slower, you and your friends can finally sail on the water and avoid tornadoes. The smaller speedboat fits too and is very maneuverable. These vehicles will be available on most water-based maps. Boardwalk, however, is not the only map we've decided to renovate. Please, take a look. That's right, Roblox State Park has also been revamped. For this redesign, we've decided to mash 2 maps together, the first being Camp from Tornado Alley 1, which was created in 2013, that's 7 years ago. The second being, of course, Roblox State Park from Tornado Alley Roblox. This map is much more lively now, as it includes multiple cabins, trailers, and even a river you can drive boats down. These 2 maps, Boardwalk and Roblox State Park, were 2 completely redesigned maps. These 2 maps, as well as Ancient Ruins and Metropolis, will launch with the release of the Ultimate Update. However, although these maps were the only ones experiencing major changes, we do have many smaller changes to the other maps as well. Here's a small video to showcase the changes in the other maps. If you have a good eye, you may have noticed this object appear in many maps shown in the video. This is not coincidental. This new update is finally bringing a very requested feature to Tornado Alley Ultimate: underground shelters. Underground shelters are a very important new gameplay aspect coming to the game. They spawn in random spots on a map, so they're not always very easy to find. However, entering an underground shelter will completely protect you from the tornado and tsunami. When inside the shelter, you are completely safe from anything dangerous. The shelter will indicate with an alarm and a red light if leaving is a dangerous option. So if the light is red, you best bunker down. Or maybe you're a brave soul and still decide to head out. your fate is decided by your actions. The underground shelter is a very powerful feature in the game, as you can ensure your survival 100%. So, how do you access it? The only way to access the underground shelter is with a shelter key. That leads us to the next big feature coming to Tornado Alley Ultimate: loot systems. Loot will now be scattered across the maps. However, it is first come, first serve. There is limited loot in the map, and the loot that spawns is completely random. A shelter key is one of the many loot items that can spawn in maps. However, it isn't guaranteed a shelter key will spawn in every map. Sometimes 0 keys will spawn, requiring everyone to face the storm head-on. Other times, up to 8 keys could spawn in the map at once, meaning somebody could throw a bunker party in the shelter. Another loot item is the baseball bat. The baseball bat can be used to break windows if you're in a building. This is especially handy if you're stuck in a house fire and the only way out is by breaking a window. The new loot feature is a very engaging system, but it isn't required to look for loot. You can still enjoy the game just as much without looking for loot. But just know that loot can help you alter your fate in whether you live or die. Now let's shift gears once again to a new subject. We have heard your feedback and criticism regarding the insta-kill mechanic of tornadoes. We agree, being insta-killed is not fun. So, we changed it. Completely. The tornado system has been completely overhauled. Tornadoes now simulate centripetal forces, just like actual tornadoes in real life. This means debris will actually now realistically react to a tornado. Same goes for players. When you are too close to a tornado, the tornado will now fling you around. The power of the exerting force on you is completely dependent on how powerful the tornado. The damage you take will also depend on the tornado's strength. You will most likely survive an EF0 encounter. However, an EF5 will most likely kill you on impact. But of course, there is still a chance of survival. Not only did we adjust and enhance the physics behind the tornado system, but we also improved their movement. They move much more unpredictably now, and will no longer move away from the map. We greatly improved their pathfinding. We hope you enjoyed this new tornado mechanic. These new disaster systems, of course, will probably have balancing issues. We hope you understand that it may take a bit before everything is balanced reasonably. Regardless, we hope you're excited for these new mechanics. And now, it's time to showcase a new game mode coming to Tornado Alley Ultimate. Bombs Away is a fan-favorite game mode from the past. Bombs Away used to play in similar style to Chompnado. However, we wanted to give a new, unique style to this game mode. The bombs no longer come from the tornado. Instead, while the tornado wreaks havoc, beams will indicate on the map when a bomb is about to be dropped. The bombs have a radius of 250 studs. If you're within that range when the bomb goes off, you will most likely die from the explosion. However, there is a chance you could survive, but you will be flung a great distance. We hope you're excited for the return of Bombs Away. Of course, this game mode will be launched with the Ultimate Update. We hope you're excited for the release of Dead NATO and Bombs Away. There are two more subjects I'd like to discuss before the presentation comes to a close. Of course, there are still many changes we have not talked about. Following this presentation, we will post an update change list that contains every addition, change, removal, and patch that this update includes. We've decided to remove the Game Mode Queue feature from Tornado Alley Ultimate. We believe it's best to exclude this feature from public servers, as player behavior is unpredictable and the feature itself can be easily abused. However, we are excited to announce that this queue feature will be available in VIP servers as one of many VIP server controls. That's right, VIP server controls are coming with the Ultimate update. With VIP server controls, you will be able to control certain things that you cannot do in a public server. VIP owners can do things such as enabling and disabling lightning and queue game modes. When inside the VIP server control room, you're presented with two screens. One will allow you to enable and disable lightning, and the other is the same queue screen that you're all familiar with. With the new VIP server controls, the VIP server owner simply has to type /q and then the game mode name that they want. All game modes are able to be queued. In fact, more than all game modes can be queued. We have one final announcement for this update. Following this announcement, the presentation will come to a close. Before we showcase the final feature, we would like to thank everyone for supporting Tornado Alley for all these years. It has been 8 years since the release of the first Tornado Alley game, and the community has grown to levels never seen before. The legacy of Tornado Alley will continue on with the heart of the community. We've put everything we've got into this last update, so we truly hope you'll enjoy it. With the introduction of bonus disasters finally arriving to Tornado Alley Ultimate, players can now summon tsunamis, meteors, flash floods, and acid rain in the shop. We won't be getting too in-depth with bonus disasters in this presentation, but we can confirm that they are here, and we really hope you enjoy them. Well, that's about it for today. We're very excited to release this game for you all. Of course, we're going to need to test it before we can simply launch it. All group members will be able to participate in the test. In fact, we have the first test date planned. The first test date for Tornado Alley Ultimate's Ultimate Update will be today. Following the end of the presentation stream, please head over to the Tornado Alley community group game list and join us in testing the update. If all goes well, we will launch the official game. Thank you for watching.